Oh, wow. Why does everything feel different? And why is my LarryBoy Power Pack still missing? Well, if you haven't guessed yet, I'm forced to review something Sesame Street related. Like you have either the top of the pyramid or the bottom of the barrel. Unfortunately, we're given the bottom of the barrel. Now, I say bottom of the barrel because I never really got into the theatrical movies, and some specials are either a hit or miss. Case in point, Trick or Treat on Sesame Street. Or Sesame Street Hello Halloween. Okay, which is it? Trick or Treat or Hello Halloween? So you may be wondering how I came across this special. Well, it all started with a YouTube video, which oddly enough, this special starts off with at the beginning. A YouTube video. Now mind you, I subscribed to Sesame Street's YouTube channel, and back in August of 2017, as soon as I heard about this DVD's trailer, I immediately went to YouTube and watched the video. And that was when I was met with a flood of disappointment. First of all, look at it. And there's your first problem. You know, for something that's supposed to be as awesome as going to the Count's castle, this special really blew it. Don't believe me? Just look at the comments section talking about the CG backgrounds used in the special. You can't help but ask yourself, what is all this doing in something that's supposed to be as spectacular as Halloween itself? Now, as for the trailer itself, it claims to have brand new content. They forgot to tell you that the video has 25% brand new content. The other 75% is just 2 Sesame Street episodes that aired on TV and a couple of other things, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Originally, back when the trailer had first gone up, the downvotes had really outweighed the positive, but that since has changed, and there's a reason for that, don't worry. So, is there anything good about this special? Well, let's see what tricks and treats that Sesame Street gives us. This is Trick or Treat on Sesame Street. Now, like I said before, the beginning makes you think that you're watching a YouTube video. I mean, seriously, look it up. After distraction number 1, we get to the actual special, where we see Elmo and Abby dressed up for Halloween. Now would be a good time to place your bets on who's gonna get punked in this special. I mean, seriously, now's a good time to place your bets. We then get a flyby shot of the Count's castle, which is, unfortunately, CGI. And the inside of the castle is, of course, CGI. Get mad! Speaking as somebody who grew up watching this show, in past episodes, the show relied on physical live sets. Now mind you, this was way before CG animation was ever involved. And let me tell you, the sets were awesome when it came to the Count's castle. The props were realistic, the candles were lit, there were stained glass windows, the works. This was especially notable in the counting organ segments that used to be on the show. Here, live sets are replaced with CGI, which is a totally bad choice because it sucks the fun out of having the real thing. So all you have are characters standing in front of a green screen the majority of the time. So then we're introduced to the Count, who sounds like he's forced to do this special. I mean, seriously, I'm dead serious. In fact, just to save you from further disappointment, he's in 25% of this special. No kidding, 25%. I mean, sure, he gives us a house tour and sings 1 or 2 songs, but that's all he does, is do his job. So what's the story? Well, we kinda sorta get a story, but not until after the Halloween episode that aired on Sesame Street. By the way, I saw the Count for a second. Like, for a second? I mean, come on, you could have at least put him in that story. By now you can tell that this DVD is nothing more than a compilation video. Yeah, just another DVD pushed out the door. Anyway, when the DVD decides to have some kind of plot, the characters come across a talking pumpkin, and the next thing you know, it's every stupid Catch Me If You Can comedy that you've ever seen. where a trickster takes something that belongs to the protagonist and the characters have to do anything and everything to get their stuff back. I mean, seriously, Elmo, didn't you learn your lesson in that Grouchland movie? Heck, I even have a theory that whoever wrote this special script was watching Barney live in New York City and thought, a troublemaker makes off with someone's stuff, huh? Yeah, we really need to resurrect that cliche. No kidding, it's the same plot as Barney live in New York City, where some trickster takes something and the characters go after that person doing anything and everything to get it back. So when they finally catch the pumpkin... By the way, the Count does nothing to help Elmo and Abby catch him this whole time that this is going on. Like, he just stands there and watches. Like, what is he, a babysitter now? They finally catch up to the pumpkin, and he admits that he doesn't have a costume for Halloween. Sound familiar? In that live performance of Barney, the Winkster took the Barney bag because he just wants to have friends. You can try to justify why you stole something from somebody, but you can't expect everyone to sympathize with you, especially when you throw in a pathetic excuse. The Fib from Outer Space doesn't kidnap a child because he later admits to being starved. No, he kidnaps a child because he's a liar and a predator. So there's no reason to sympathize with him. Having no costume for Halloween is not an excuse. Have some responsibility. If you really want to make us happy, Abby should have turned him into pumpkin pie as punishment. Yeah, that's how you trick or treat, kids. Anyway, they do the number stomp song to give us the number 13. Yeah, because, I don't know, Friday the 13th, I guess, and Halloween. And then upstairs is Throwback Thursday. No, really, it's a throwback because it's Jerry Nelson. Then Elmo and Abby dress up as bats. Like that would make this special any better. And then the special ends by them shoving us out the door. Yeah, instead of making this 100% fun to watch, it feels like an amusement park ride, which is what this special should have been. By the way, I would pay to go on that ride. Trick or Treat on Sesame Street fumbles for a number of reasons. Now, mind you, I'll be talking about the actual plot or whatever plot that this special throws at us, like outside the two episodes that they crammed into this. I'm not going to go over those 2 episodes. We're just going to get to the actual plot of this thing. You can definitely see why a lot of people had downvoted the trailer back when the DVD was in its advertising marketing stage. Depending on CG backgrounds didn't work, the Count was a bore, our leads are forced to follow a generic plot, and this special feels like it's going through emotions. Was it meant to be a compilation video? Was it meant to have a serious plot? It's all over the place. That's no wonder why the running time is over an hour long. But the biggest crime that was committed was that the Count was barely in this. The focus is more on the castle, which is nothing more than CG eye candy. But here's the thing. It's Halloween, and you don't have the decency to have the Count in this on, like, all of it, like 100% of it. I mean, seriously, we're in his castle. So without focusing on the Count, or at least having him help out in this special's forced plot, again, it's a DVD that's going through emotions. Now, don't get me wrong, this DVD is harmless. I mean, I liked all of the songs that they put into this thing. Well, except for the Hello Halloween song, that was like, I wasn't really into that one. So if you're forgiving of Sesame Street, just like the people that upvoted the trailer a year later, and if this gets you into the Halloween spirit, then go ahead and check it out. But for somebody that's a big fan of Count Von Count, well, the Count should have left the building. Oh, I'm sorry, the CG building. Okay, now I reviewed this sucker. Can I have my DVDs back? Well, first of all, I just want to tell you why I stole this in the first place. I stole this box set because... Why? Because no one wants to be your friend? Well, let me tell you something, you hooded dingbat. I get along with everybody, but here's the thing. Just like my hero, I don't like thieves and I don't like liars. Or maybe that's not the reason. Maybe it's because you can't find a good costume for Halloween. The Grim Reaper? Really? Nobody's gonna want to trick or treat with a freak show like you, knowing that you'll probably steal something from them or steal their candy. And why do I have a feeling that we're not gonna see you again? Just like the Winkster and that stupid pumpkin. Now, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
All I want to say is, congrats.
What?
I'm dead serious, LarryBoy Fanatic. No pun intended. I'm serious. Congrats. You know why?
What's over, Critic?
Yeah, it's been me all along. Anyways, LarryBoy Fanatic, I just want to say congrats because you reviewed something that was not LarryBoy-related.
Oh wow. Thanks.
So tell me, how does it feel?
Nothing. I feel nothing. Know why? Because you see this? You see all four of these?
Yeah?
That's our next DVD screening, and you're gonna sit through all 4 episodes with me.
No, no! Oh man, this series was so god-awful. But at least I gotta sit through it with you. Thanks, Critic.